This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, here we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Yes, man, a blessed Saturday morning to you all. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you are all up and running and ready to enjoy this beautiful day. So in this one, want to take a look at a couple of things. Now, Tage, narine, Chanderpaul and Tevin Imlach alongside Teddy Bishop, they got centuries yesterday. And, we saw where the CWI media personnel spoke to Tage, narine, Chanderpaul and Tevin Imlach. So we're going to take a look at what they had to say as it relates to their century and the team. Also, we see where Gayle did a little thing. He was talking about players to watch in the IPL. And a couple of players from the West Indies, their names were, a couple of West Indies players' names mentioned. So we'll take a look at that also. Give a listening ear until the end. And remember to hit that subscribe button. Alright, so starting off with Tage, narine, Chanderpaul. So Tage, his season before yesterday, he wasn't going too well at all. He got a couple of 40s, but as the West Indies test opener stepping down to the 4-day regional championship, we were hoping that he would have found some form quite early. We were hoping to get some runs from him. So Tage was basically saying that, he's happy to score some runs, happy to be able to get a 3-figure score. He was saying that he had a couple of 40s here and there, but standing up and batting for that long and getting a 3-figure score is definitely a good feeling. He was talking about the start of his innings. I didn't see the start of his innings, but apparently he was going at a runner ball. When he was in the 30s, he only used up 30 odd deliveries. So, he was saying that it was the new ball. So he was just trying to get himself going, trying to get the bowlers unsettled. And, then he just got into his actual game where he just became solid and just batted. Tage was saying that throughout the tournament so far, he was definitely thinking about getting a big score, but it wasn't too much pressure. He was saying that going out there and helping the team is always what he wants to do. And the fact that he wasn't able to get a big score, he was thinking about that. But there wasn't too much pressure on him to say that, listen, you definitely need to get this, you definitely need to get that. So he was saying, thankfully it came and, he was able to contribute. According to Tage, there are a few things that he's trying to work on. Sometimes we see players in different games and we wonder how is it that they are not playing a certain way. But sometimes there are particular things in the game that they are, in their game that they are working on. He also spoke about his captain, Tevin Imlach, who got a century. He was saying that Imlach, he took his time and was saying that Imlach bats similarly to him. So it was all about just staying out there, communicating well and, being solid together for the team. He was saying that based on how the game was going, it wasn't a lot of rush. They had time. So they just planned to bat a little after lunch and then, they tried to push it from there. So the plan according to Tage was to just settle down and bat. Yeah, man. So that's Tage, narine, Chanderpaul. Tevin Imlach, he spoke also, and Tevin Imlach was saying that, coming into this game, well, after this game, it's good to get 3 wins on the trot, seeing that the team didn't start out too well at all. I think Kevin Anderson was the captain for the first game. That's before Imlach returned. Yeah, I understand. But since the return and I think they have actually gotten off to a flyer after that first game. So 3 games there on the trot. And, it's good to see that, as I said, a couple of guys that were recently in the West Indies test squad, they were able to pick up some runs. So Tevin Imlach was saying that the team is heading in the right direction and is happy that they were able to secure this victory. You know, he was saying that his century means a lot. You know, he spoke about leading from the front and thing, you know, said that in team meetings, he spoke about wanting to contribute with the bat, wanting to lead from the front, wanting to make sure that the guys are seeing a good example. Now, his partner, Tage and Chanderpaul, who he batted with, Tevin was saying that, listen, it's good to have Tage and Chanderpaul getting some runs. And he was saying that Tage is the rock of the team. He's the one that, he's like the glue. He's the one that holds things together. So when he's in form, when he's clicking like that, it's good for the team because he's the rock and he's the one that basically makes sure that everything is working and grinding well, is what he was saying. You know, coming out of the game, he was saying that there are a lot of positives that they can take from it, you know, but one of the things that he was talking about is it's not only about winning championships, it's also about how you win. You understand? So he was saying that the last 3 games, they actually played some strong opponents. So the fact that they are able to secure victories and they are moving well, you know, they are looking to win the championship, yes, but it's not all about just winning the championship. It's about how you win. It's about playing good quality, consistent cricket. So those were 2 of 3 Centurions on the day. Teddy Bishop, as I said, he scored a century. I covered it in the video that I did yesterday. I think it was 114 that he got. But I didn't see any video up on any interview with him. You know, probably it will come out today. But the fact that he was able to get a century is definitely good, my people. You know, coming out of under 19 cricket, Teddy Bishop, that's one of the names that we heard, you know, and we like, yes, this guy is definitely one that we want to see make the transition well. We don't want it to be a case where it's after under 19, it's like there's a gap and then, you know, it don't really work out. But good to see him getting that century. I am hoping that he will be encouraged. I am hoping that he will continue to bat like this. That little video that you saw, that little clip that you saw at the beginning of the video of him playing that shot, my people, that wasn't the shot to bring up his century, but that was definitely a beautiful shot there from Teddy Bishop. So hopefully we'll see a little interview where we can basically get a little insight of you know, what his mindset is like, get an idea of what he's thinking, you understand, and how he looks to continue for the rest of the series. You know, I think recently was called up to the West Indies team. So hopefully he will continue to bat like this. You know, not only ODIs, but we want to see him settling down and batting and, you know, continuing how he was performing at the under 19 level. Yeah, man. So that's just a look at a couple of guys that stood out in, well, on day 3. I probably should have zoomed in on a couple of the bowlers also. But, you know, in a follow-up video, probably later on when I'm covering the last day's play, I will look at a couple of the guys that were excellent with the ball. You know, we saw Jason Holder, we saw Pete Salmon. You know, we saw quite a few guys getting 5 fars, 4 fars. I think one guy got 6 wickets. So, you know, I will definitely zoom in on the bowlers in another video. Now, switching from red ball cricket to a little bit of white ball cricket. Christopher Henry Gayle. You know, I saw a little video there on Facebook where he was talking about the IPL. We know that the IPL is up and running. We are waiting to see the West Indians and things. So, you know, Gayle was asking the fans who are they picking to win the purple cap, the orange cap. And he was also talking about a couple of players to watch. You know, we all know that Chris Gayle is a big Nicholas Pooran fan. And earlier in the I think it was last month, he was talking about Nicholas Pooran, saying that, you know, he's definitely someone to watch. But in this video, he didn't mention Nicholas Pooran. He mentioned a couple of West Indians and a couple of young Indian talents. So these are the players that Chris Gayle, you know, he was telling the people that they need to look out for them in the IPL this year. So he has Mitchell Starc, he was saying that Mitchell Stark is definitely a player to watch. You understand? Always a good player to have in your team. Sometimes he will go for runs, but his ability to hit those Yorkers, his ability to bowl some good change of pace and stuff like that, you know, Mitchell Stark is definitely a good man to have in your team. He also said that Andre Russell and Sunil Narine, as usual, will be key factors in what happens at the KKR. You understand? So, you know, Sunil Narine and Andre Russell there. You also mentioned Bumrah. Yes, my people, Bumrah is a hot commodity. You understand his ability to execute those Yorkers. You know, he's definitely one to watch. He also said Hardik Pandya, Shubman Gill and Jiswal. Those two young players, my people, coming through, Shubman Gill and Jiswal, they are definitely a couple of talented players. So those are the ones that Chris Gayle have there, has, you know, that he wants you all to pay attention to. But as I said, he mentioned Pooran a few, probably a couple of weeks ago. But we definitely want to see what Pooran, people like Rutherford and Hitmaya and Paul and these guys that we expect to be in the West Indies T20 squad for the World Cup. We definitely want to see what they will come up with in this staging of the IPL. Gonna leave it right here for now, and we will touch base again later.